I think that it's just been an incredible honor to be the first team from Rice Lake to come and experience, the state. I couldn't be prouder of the effort our kids showed. I thought they just played really hard, and I thought that we had a great defensive effort. I think, unfortunately we struggled scoring the ball, but it wasn't due to lack of effort. It wasn't due to them giving everything they had. So I couldn't be prouder of our kids. I couldn't be prouder of how they represented Rice Lake High School today.
Thank you, Coach. I want to open it up for the questions then. We'll start with Jesse.
To the girls, you come from a high school that has such a great athletic tradition, to now have your name as one of those state teams. What does it mean to you to finish here on the Resch Center floor?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's just a blessing to be here and to do it with these girls. All season long we've celebrated each other, and it's been a lot of fun. So it's just a really cool experience, and I'm happy that we got to be here.
Yeah, I think we worked really hard all season. We set a goal to get here at the beginning of the year, and it's just really amazing to have succeeded our goal. I mean, it might not have ended how we wanted it to, but we still got down here. So that's still an accomplishment in itself.
This is for Adeline. Beanie Thompson, she finished with 15 rebounds herself for Edgewood. How tough was she to guard down low, especially given the size advantage for Rice Lake? She's only 5'9", and you guys are well above 5'9". How did she get around you to get the extra bounces for Edgewood?
Yeah, she was a good player, and she worked hard. Just congrats to them. She did well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, coming in, we knew that she was going to be a very dominating kid inside against us. And, it's just hats off to, they're a great team, and they played really well. I think some of it is, typically as we're playing and scoring, a lot of our shots are on the rim that give, our kids a little bit more opportunity to go and get them. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case today, but I think, she's a really nice player, and she's had a great season.
Coach, did it seem like you were satisfied with the looks you got? I mean, you didn't shoot well at all, especially in the second half. Nothing from the perimeter, but were you okay with the shot selection?
I think, obviously, we had to work really hard to get the ball into. And the opportunities that we wanted for Addie. And, I think that we didn't get probably the open looks that we would have liked to get, but I think that's, again, that I thought Edgewood did a really nice job of getting through screens and fighting over and helping off. And today we just weren't able to shoot from the perimeter the way we would have hoped.
This is for Darla. Anything specifically that Edgewood was doing defensively that made it challenging to score, especially in the second half when it seemed like you were getting the defensive stops you needed to possibly make a comeback? But
yeah, I think coming in, we really knew they do a great job defensively, not just on the ball, but they really help. So they always had a foot in the paint, a lot of doubling inside, and then closing out. And I think that we're not a team that has traditionally shot a ton from the perimeter, but I think coming and we were able to shoot the ball really well, in the postseason here. But I think that today, just wasn't our day from that standpoint. And I think, if we could hit a couple of threes and open it up and pulled them out to the perimeter, that would have given, Addie Schmidt a little bit more room to work inside, and, opened up a few more lanes too for Addie Shep, So I think that that probably was a big piece of it. They just really kept their kids in the paint and made it really tough for us to get some opportunities.
This is for Darla. Talk a little bit about, what was the game plan coming in to kind of contain Anna Miller for Edgewood, and how do you feel you guys did defensively to stop her?
Yeah, I think she's the key to their team. Her ball handling and skill set is extremely good. So really, really nice player. But, we had Addie Shep, so really coming in, that's what we planned on, and I'm confident that she could have guarded her. We actually went to our Phoenix more because of transition. We were having a hard time in the transition. I thought they got out early on us, and they got out early because we had different matchups. So, we had Addie Shep guarding 30 and Miller, and then they had, their number 2, Schoberg, I think you say it, guarding Addie. So what would happen is in the transition, we were getting beat down the floor. So, we made an adjustment and said to guard who's guarding you, but, Miller's a tough matchup, and we would have liked to keep Shep on her, but that transition piece was tough for us.
Coach, beside of what we've seen in the box scores this year, what can you say about these two girls next to you, about their leadership and what they brought, not just on the floor, but to practice and every day?
Yeah, I really appreciate that question. Thank you. Because, I think, the two Addies that we have sitting here, it has been an absolute pleasure. I've coached a lot of really good players that have gone through, but I think these two are really special in their own way. Addie Shep, I can't say enough about because she's probably one of the most elite athletes that there are, but she's a team first kid all the time. She's patient, understanding. She communicates extremely well with her teammates, and ultimately what she wants to do is just be the best team she can be, and she'll do that. But she is a kid that could, take over games and run different positions. So I just, honestly, we'll probably spend a lot of time in the off season figuring out how to get her to get up the ball and come back and get it. And that's on us as a coaching staff to really utilize all of her strengths and be able to give her the best opportunity to show all of her talents, because she's one of the hardest workers I've ever been around, one of the most skilled. Addie Schmidt, I think, has come on really strong this year for an athletic kid that's in the post. I think, she's athletic, she can run, she can jump, she has endurance, and then on top of that, she has incredible hands. The thing that she's really growing this year is really starting to expand her game, and I think as she does that in the off season, I think you're going to see really kind of a dynamic duo next year.
Coach, this is kind of two parts. One, do you think that their state tournament experience might have helped them, especially early? And then once you got behind, they were kind of able to dictate the pace of play.
Yeah, I think for sure. I think any time that you've experienced something and been there, but they're just really skilled and they're deep. They got all of their kids can shoot. They, to have 4 kids that shoot the ball 35, 36% from the 3, and then to have Beanie Thompson inside that can post, it's a tough guard for anybody, I think. But anytime that you can experience something and kind of know what to expect going in, that's going to be a benefit also. But definitely getting down. We were in our Phoenix, which we were effective in, I thought, but you knew going down the stretch that they had the ball handlers to spread the court, and then you give them an extra 5 feet in the half court on top of it. It's a really tough trap to set and to contain. So I thought that that lead that they had, the 10-point lead, I mean, it was a 28-38 game, at that point, and then we had to start doing things that really probably aren't necessarily the strengths or what we want to do coming in, and then they were able to separate it.
For the girls, how much does this give you a little extra motivation now for next year?
Yeah, for sure. It makes me excited for next year. I'm really proud of what we've accomplished this year. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, like Addie said, we've accomplished so much this year, and I think everyone's just going to get so much better in the off season and come back even stronger after the summer and work really hard to accomplish the same things next year.
That's all the time we have.
Can
Thank you.
I finish with one statement?
Go ahead.
So as much as I'm proud of these two, because they were definitely our leaders, okay, and they were a big part of our scoring and our effectiveness, but they're also 2 of our best defenders on the team. But I think the reason we're here is the way our team came together. We had kids step up, take charges, hit big shots, do all the little things as well as the big things in crunch time to get here. So it was an enormous team effort led by these two. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.